Ever imagine stepping off a plane?
With the scent of cloves and cinnamon kind of hitting you
Yeah.
as you navigate a bustling market,
Yeah.
all in a day's work.
Today's deep dive takes us into that world, the thrilling world of import-export. But we're focusing in on coffee, tea, cocoa,
Yes.
and spices.
Yeah.
We're going to be breaking down a RoleCatcher career guide.
On this topic just for you, so get ready for some serious insider knowledge.
It's a field that blends, that really meticulous organization with almost like a touch of Indiana Jones.
I like that.
Right, we're talking logistics, yes, but also like cultural awareness and market trend forecasting. It's not your average desk job.
Okay, so let's unpack this. This guy dives right into the thick of it. What does an import-export specialist in this field actually do?
Oh, okay. Imagine this. One day, you're knee-deep in customs forms and certificates of origin.
Which, by the way, those are key for proving where those prized Tanzanian coffee beans actually came from, which directly affects their import duties and market value. The next, you're analyzing global supply chains.
Wow.
Predicting how, let's say, a drought in Brazil might send your coffee prices soaring.
So it's this, blend of, eagle-eyed detail, but then also, big picture thinking at the same time.
Very much so.
And the guide even mentions that this role can have you working from a bustling warehouse one day, and then the next you're negotiating a deal with an overseas supplier.
Exactly. It's dynamic, it's demanding, it's
Fast-paced.
definitely not for the faint of heart, yeah.
You need a head for international trade laws, customs procedures, and even a bit of negotiation savvy.
The guide actually shared a story about a junior specialist who had to scramble when a shipment of coffee beans was held up in customs.
Oh, no.
Due to some obscure labeling regulation.
Right.
They had to think fast, brush up on their knowledge, and negotiate a solution to get those beans moving.
A perfect example of just some of the unexpected hurdles, right, that you might encounter.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. The industry itself is rapidly evolving with automation, AI, and even blockchain technology entering the scene.
Blockchain in logistics.
Right.
Okay, I need a bit of a breakdown on that.
So imagine if he's able to track those coffee beans from the farm where they were harvested
Okay.
all the way to your local coffee shop, right?
Right.
Ensuring fair trade practices and verifying their origin every step of the way.
Wow.
That's the power of blockchain in this field.
That is fascinating. So you're saying it's not just about, knowing your Arabica from your Robusta.
Right.
It's about, staying ahead of the tech curve, too.
Very much so. Very much so.
But with all these challenges, what are the upsides?
To a career like this.
Yeah, so let's talk perks, right?
The demand for skilled specialists, is skyrocketing.
Okay.
Globalization and, honestly, just the ever-growing love for these commodities means that there's no shortage of opportunities.
Yeah.
Plus, the potential for earning a good living is definitely there, especially as you climb the ranks.
Okay. The guide was, to its credit, it was very candid.
About both the pros and cons of this, even highlighting that it's not your typical 9 to 5. Late nights, early mornings, travel, sometimes to those exotic destinations you pictured, sometimes not.
Right. And it takes a certain kind of dedication.
Yeah.
But for those who thrive in a fast-paced environment, right?
Right.
Who craves a career that's as stimulating as it is challenging, this could be the perfect fit.
And let's be honest, how many people can say they work with products that bring so much joy to people around the world?
That's a good point. There's something, undeniably alluring about being part of that system,
Yeah.
that brings those, comforting cups of coffee or those, decadent chocolate treats to life. It's more than just a job. It's being a part of something much bigger.
Precisely. And that sense of purpose can be a very powerful motivator,
Yep.
especially when those late nights roll around. But let's be realistic. This is a competitive field.
Yeah.
So what does the guide suggest for those aiming to climb that career ladder?
It feels like, to me at least, it feels like having a foot in the door is, crucial here,
Absolutely.
The guide really hammers home the importance of internships.
Right.
For getting a taste of the real deal. It's your chance to apply those textbook theories to real-world scenarios,
Right.
network with seasoned professionals,
Yeah.
and even make some mistakes you can learn from.
I can imagine those experiences would be like gold on a resume, especially in a competitive field like this.
Right.
Speaking of which,
What else did the guide highlight for, standing out from the crowd?
You know that saying, like, it's all about who you know. Well, in this field, it's more like it's about who knows what you know.
Okay.
And that's where building a strong professional network really comes into play.
So you're saying it's not just about, like, collecting business cards at industry events.
Yeah.
It's really about, like,
Yeah.
cultivating
Those genuine connections.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Platforms like LinkedIn are invaluable for this.
Oh,
Imagine being able to connect with industry leaders,
right.
follow relevant companies, and even join groups dedicated to international trade
Wow.
or specific commodity markets. It's like having your finger on the pulse of the industry 24/7.
You're making me realize how much the job search landscape has changed, even in the past, like, few years.
Right.
But even with a stellar network and a resume that, that sparkles, you still got to ace that interview.
Yeah, you do.
And luckily, the guide offers some seriously helpful pointers on that front.
They really go above and beyond, offering like sample interview questions that give you a sneak peek into what hiring managers are really looking for.
Okay.
Remember, it's not enough to just say you're organized and detail-oriented. You've got to prove it.
Okay, so what kind of questions, like, should someone be prepared for? Give me the inside scoop.
One that really stood out to me was, how did you develop your knowledge of import-export regulations and customs procedures?
Okay.
They're not just looking for a list of courses you took. They want to see your passion, your initiative,
Yeah.
your willingness to go the extra mile.
I see. So, yeah.
So this is where you talk about like that self-directed research project on like fair trade coffee sourcing.
Yeah.
Or that time you spent like volunteering at a local import business.
Right.
It's about like painting a picture of your commitment to the field.
Exactly. Another question that caught my eye was, how do you handle unexpected delays or issues with shipments?
Oh, okay.
Remember that story about the junior specialist
Yeah.
facing the customs hurdle?
Right.
This question is all about showcasing your problem-solving skills under pressure.
So it's about, demonstrating that you can stay calm amidst chaos, think on your feet,
Yes.
find creative solutions when the going gets tough.
Yes.
And let's be real, like unexpected hiccups
Oh, yeah.
are practically guaranteed in this line of work.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not just about having all the answers right.
Right.
It's about showcasing your thought process, your ability to analyze a situation,
Right.
and communicate your plan of action clearly and concisely.
It's about showing those potential employers that you're not just a cog in the machine, but like a resourceful,
Yes.
adaptable, like problem solver who can handle whatever challenges the global market throws their way.
I love that.
Now, while we're talking about, navigating this competitive world, RoleCatcher itself can be a game changer in your job hunt.
Oh, right. We can't forget about the power of RoleCatcher.
Right.
They're practically synonymous with career guidance these days.
They are.
So what are some of the features that really stand out for aspiring import-export specialists? Okay, give me the rundown.
What makes RoleCatcher so special?
So first off, the RoleCatcher.capture plugin is a lifesaver. Ever found yourself, with a million tabs open,
Oh, yeah.
trying to keep track of job postings from different sites?
All right.
This plugin lets you save those listings directly from the source
Oh, wow.
and manage them all in one convenient place.
Organization is key in any job hunt, but especially like in a field as fast-paced as this one.
Yes.
It's easy to get overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
And speaking of streamlining the process, their CV resume builder is like having a secret weapon, right?
Oh, okay.
Imagine a tool that analyzes job descriptions
Right?
and then suggests targeted improvements for your resume, making sure you highlight the most relevant skills and experience.
So it's not just about, like, having a polished resume.
Right.
It's about having one that's, like, tailor-made to grab the attention of, like, hiring managers
Exactly.
in the coffee and spice world.
You got it.
And for those who really want to up their game,
Okay.
RoleCatcher offers the RoleCatcher Copilot AI subscription.
Okay, now you've piqued my interest. What does this like AI upgrade, what does this bring to the table?
Think of it as your personal AI career coach, okay?
Okay.
This upgrade takes their platform to a whole new level.
By providing AI-driven tailoring for your resume and cover letters,
Wow.
it's like having a professional writer fine-tuning your application materials to perfectly match each specific job you're targeting.
That takes the pressure off those, like, late-night writing sessions.
Right.
No more staring at a blank screen,
Mhm.
wondering how to, like, articulate your your passion for cardamom or your knack for logistics.
Exactly, and it gets even better.
Okay.
The AI doesn't just help with writing.
Yeah.
It also provides feedback on your interview practice sessions.
Oh, wow.
Imagine getting personalized tips and suggestions for improvement,
Okay.
almost like having a mock interview with an industry expert.
That's incredible. It's like RoleCatcher have thought of everything to help, like, aspiring specialists, you know,
Yeah.
put their best foot forward. They've got the tools, the resources, the guidance. It's all there.
It really is a one-stop shop for launching your career in this field.
But before we wrap things up, I think it's important to kind of circle back to something we touched on earlier, right?
Sure.
While the RoleCatcher guide provides, incredible practical advice, it's crucial for anyone entering this field to really think about the bigger picture, the ethical implications of their work.
That's a really important point. It's not just about getting those shipments from point A to point B.
Right.
It's about understanding the impact of those transactions on real people's lives and, on the planet as a whole.
Absolutely.
As an import-export specialist, you're not just dealing with commodities.
You're dealing with livelihoods, with fragile ecosystems, with complex global supply chains.
Right.
It's about asking the tough questions, advocating for fair trade practices,
Yeah.
and making conscious choices that prioritize sustainability.
So to all our listeners out there who are feeling inspired to, to dive into the world of coffee, tea, cocoa, and spices.
Remember, it's about more than just the bottom line.
It's about being a responsible global citizen, understanding the power you have to make a positive impact, and savoring the journey every step of the way.
And maybe with a little help from RoleCatcher, you can turn your passion for this, exciting field into a truly fulfilling and impactful career.
That's the dream, isn't it?
It is. It is.
To combine your love for these, globally cherished products with a career that makes a difference.
That wraps up another deep dive, folks. We've explored the ins and outs of becoming an import-export specialist in the world of coffee, tea, cocoa, and spices. We've uncovered the demands, the rewards, and honestly, just the crucial role that you can play in shaping a more sustainable and equitable future for this fascinating industry. Until next time, keep exploring.